Okay, guys, so we are going to do part C of the spreadsheet. Y'all would have done part A, which is copy this table into sheet 1 and rename the sheet car data. Then you would have opened a new sheet, which is sheet 2, and you would have entered your 15 names, right? And put in all the number of cars that are being provided, right? So now we are going to do an if statement, which says to use the data from the car sheet and to format the cells using currency and comma format. So comma format is where they put a comma between the thousands and two decimal places. So basically what it's going to tell you here is that it's going to automatically put in your rental fee. If the data in D2 is equal to Camry, then it'll put in $2,000. If it's Corolla, it'll put in 15. If it's Yaris, it'll put in 1,000. So we have to be very careful with our if statement because you see we have three options, right? And we are all going to use our mouse to select the cells. We're not going to type in really. We're going to use our mouse to select the cells. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put equal sign if open brackets. If D2, right, so we have D2 there, is equal to, and then I'm going to come across here and click on B2. Now you'll see here, you're seeing D2 equals the car data with an exclamation mark. That is indicating that we are in the car data sheet, that we have moved from sheet 2 and we are taking data from the sheet named car data, right? So that's how they stated car data with an exclamation mark because it's a different sheet. And B2 in that sheet is what we are trying to look for. So if D2 is equal to Camry and Camry is in sheet car data in B2, then it's going to be equal to, right? So I put an, sorry, not an equal sign, a comma, right? Not an equal sign. And that was my error, a comma. And if it is equal to Camry, then the rental fee would be 2,000, which I'm just going to click on 2,000. And if you again, you will see car data with an exclamation mark and then the data in C2, right? So that's our first option. If whatever is in D2 is equal to Camry, which is in B2 in the car data sheet, then the rental fee will be 2,000, right? We put a comma, and now because we have more options, we have to put a comma and an open bracket. We are looking up here, by the way, open bracket, and we say again, I'm gonna put D2 again, D2, I'm gonna type in D2, sorry, it's supposed to be if and another open bracket, D2, right, is equal to, and it will be, I will click on B3, right? So if whatever is in D2 is equal to B3, which says Corolla here, then the rental fee will be in C3, which is 1,500. And then if it's not a Camry and it's not a Corolla, then it's obvious it's going to be a Yaris. So just put a bracket, a comma, and then I click on C4, which is 1,000. And now I'm going to close my if statement with my closing brackets, and we have 1, 2, 3 brackets. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, press enter, and the value will come up here. And you'll see it's correct because we have Corolla here and we have 1,500. Okay. So if we copy down this formula all the way down, we're going to get an error. And guess why we will get the error? Remember when we copy formulas straight down, it changes. So from D2, it changes to D3, which is correct. But if you look at the other parts of the formula, car data, B B3, B2 became B3. So B2 here became B3, and then it went down to B4, B5, going all the way down. It's going to create errors for us. See, B4, B5, B6. And if we go on the other sheet, there's nothing as B4, B5, B6. It's going to give us different answers, right? So we need to fix our formula so that it is absolute addressing. So to do that, we go in this area here, the very first formula that we have, and where it has B2, we put our dollar sign before the B, our dollar sign before the 2. You could leave D2 because D2 needs to change to D3, D4. B3 needs to be dollar sign B, dollar sign 3. C also needs to be dollar sign and dollar sign. Oh wait, I forgot one here. C. Anything with B and C is where we're putting all the dollar signs to keep it as absolute addressing. Right, so we have here our formula is actually if open brackets D2 is equal to car data exclamation mark, because that it indicates that it's on another sheet. It's in the car data sheet. B2 in that sheet is, and then we will get the 2000, because in B2 in the car data sheet we have Camry, right? So then we'll put 2000, and then if it is a Corolla, which is in B3, see, then it will be 1500, which is in C3. And then if it's neither Corolla nor Camry, it will automatically be a Yaris. So we'll take that data from C4. C4 is 1000. Then we have our three close brackets, and we enter, and we now go to our handle, and we drag down, and we will see that we get the correct figure. So Corolla 1500, Camry 2000, and Yaris 1000. So you guys take your time and go over this video a couple times and make sure that you are able to get the formula. I'm going to copy the formula here. Copy. Let me paste it here for you. Oops. I'm just going to paste the formula here so you can see what it looks like. Right, and you could pause your screen. I hope it works for you. I hope you understand the different areas. So this is belonging to the other sheet. This here is also belonging to the other sheet, but this is the $2,000. Right, again, this is the Corolla. This is the Corolla price, which is 1500, and then this is the Yaris price. Right, so I separated each. This here, I want to put this in normal black so you can see what it looks like. Right, so each part is separate. It's different. If statement. Everything that I have in colored is from the other sheet, this car data sheet here, right? Let me see if I can color code this. Everything in blue, make this blue, would be in the names of the cars. Everything in blue is the names of the cars, which is here Camry, Corolla, and everything in orange is the prices or the rental fees. So 2000, 1500, 1000. Right, take your time, see if you can analyze it. So we have the first criteria, which is if D3 It's actually supposed to be D2, not D3. So let me just change that back. If D2 is equal to a Camry, which is in B2, right, then it will be priced at 2000, which is in C2. So we have here, if you watch, we have B2, now we have C2. Then, if what is in D2 is equal to a Corolla, which is in B3, then the price of it will be 1500, which is in C3. So let's take a look here. Right? So we see in B3 here and C3. And if it's neither a Camry or Corolla, it's obvious it's going to be a Yaris. So that's our final option. So we just put an equal sign and we say car data sheet C4, which is 1000, which is here. Right, so that's it for our part C. Take your time and complete.